All right, so to solve this system of equations, we have two y equals. Now, we talked about this in video 1, but when you have two y equals, that means, guys, that you could just graph both of these. You could just pick up your calculator. So if you have a calculator handy, I'll give you a second to kind of find one. If you have your calculator handy, you're going to go ahead and get it. And you're going to go to the menu page. On the menu page, you're going to add a new document. So you're going to press either the number 1 or just hit new document. It's going to ask if you want to save the last one. You're going to go ahead and say no. And you're going to go to add graphs. Okay, this is going to be a graph. In graph number 1, we're going to go ahead and graph the very first line, which is going to be 2x minus 1. So we're going to hit 2x minus 1. We're going to hit enter. Your little blue line should show up. It should be intersecting at the -1 and going up to over 1. When we need to graph another line, you're going to go ahead and hit tab, okay? Tab, and then you're going to write x plus 2. And you will see these two, this blue and red line now intersecting in the first quadrant. I don't know if you remember those terms, but it is intersecting the first quadrant. We want to find what this intersection is. So we are going to actually hit menu while we're looking at this. And on menu, we're going to go down to problem part number 6 where it says analyze graph. We're going to hit analyze graph. We're going to go down to where number 4 where it says intersection. And we are going to bring our black line to the left of the intersection. We're going to hit enter. We're going to drag it to the right of the intersection. Hit enter again, and voila, it should show up the numbers. Now, in some calculators, it's kind of hard to see the numbers. Like I had some kids, hey, Miss Olson, can you see what numbers those are? I can tell you that they are both positive because they're in the first quadrant. So it actually eliminates answer choice C and D for you because nothing is negative in the first quadrant. And in I can immediately tell that 3 is the first number. So I know that the answer is A. If you didn't want to do it that way, let's say you didn't have a calculator handy and you needed to solve for this question. Another thing that you notice, if they're both y equals, then they both equal each other. Does that make sense? Like if 2x minus 1 equals y and x plus 2 also equals y, then they have to equal each other because they both equal the same thing. They both equal y. So what I could say is that I have work here from something else, but I have that y equals 2x minus 1. And we have y equals x plus 2. Again, they both equal y, so they both equal each other. We could just say x plus 2 equals 2x minus 1. And you should be able to solve for this type of question because this is one that we have done pretty often at the beginning of the year. We end up getting that x is 3. Getting x is 3, we know our answer is definitely A.